Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here. Today's reading is going to be divine messages, kind of what do I need to hear right this moment? What is good for my soul? Come on, give me something. I need something to finish out the rest of my day, start my day, or something to go to sleep with. So we have pile number 1. We have the beautiful amethyst. Pile number 2, we have the beautiful moonstone. Pile number 3, we have the very lovely red jasper. So take a moment, reflect on the stones, feel which one is right for you. If you feel like it's more than one, of course, pick both, and the timestamps are down below for your convenience. Hello, beautiful souls that picked pile number 1, the amethyst. This is your reading, divine messages. What do I need to hear right now from Spirit? Universal light. Visualization. Family. What do I resist feeling right now? Am I on the right path? Under my umbrella, mermaid's love, and treasured memories. All right, also in the end, I'll be pulling some mindful messages from Spirit for you to take with you after the reading. So we have universal light and visualization. For some of the viewers here, I feel like already a lot of you might have lost a loved one or lost a few loved ones over the past few years. Kind of a lot of tragedy in the family, even though in the past there's been tragedy even while they were living for some here. There's some tragedy going on here in life and in death, in past family dynamic, or can still be going on for some. I'm seeing also here generational curses with the visualization and the universal light. So it's about breaking them. So messages from the divine will be about that. With the family card here, this is about giving you awareness today to let you know that the energy basically of your ancestors is surrounding you. So for those that you lost loved ones, know that the energy of your ancestors is surrounding you. And right now is a very powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any ancestral karma. All right. You know, it's really been a thing here for hundreds and hundreds of years, possibly even thousands, that we carry through our bloodline old patterns and karma from those family members who've, walked before us. So just like some physical issues can be handed down the family line, so can emotional, mental, and spiritual imbalances. So there's a big chance that any challenges you are going through right now at this time can be connected in some way to a family karma, all right? So that is a huge divine message right here, pile number 1. So what they basically want you to do is take the moment to tune in and ask where this pattern or challenge is coming from. And you can do this by quieting the mind. Take some time to be still and listen. And once you identify the root of the issue, you can simply light a candle. You can have a conversation in your mind with a certain family member that maybe has passed, or family members that have passed, and see yourself handling back the issue to this ancestor. Okay, so visualize yourself handing back the issue to your ancestor. All right, because then it's like they can place that energy into their heart where it transmutes into something positive, and they can hand it back to you. So it's almost like being an alchemist, so to speak. So it's about it's about alchemy right now to break this generational line of tragedy or indifferences. Also, that is a word that came into my mind as well. So it's about transmuting the energy back to your ancestors. Again, I'll say it so that they can handle it and heal it on their side and give it back to you, all right? And then you place that into your heart for healing. Okay, so you would want to like allow this energy to release you from this karma as you're also receiving the love. So allow the energy to release you from the karma as you're receiving love at the same time. Wisdom and guidance from your ancestors is big, okay? They are there, and that's what this reading is for, pile number 1. Spirit wants you to know ancestors are there. They're here to help you have relief, okay? So that would be the word I'm getting, relief on generational traumas and things like that. So you know, we're born into little like tribes, you know, like for a reason. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. So with this family card, it's pretty huge because it also can indicate that you have been experiencing a conflict within the family unit, and now's the time for a resolution. So Spirit is basically saying, if you do these practices that we just spoke about, which is like the alchemy, they are going to help you have relief from this and break the bonds of it, of whatever tragedies there were. All right. This card is also, the family card is also a sign of a member who has passed. And that would be like speaking before. I think pile number 1, this is a lot of loss here in your life. And right now is a great time and a powerful time for you to connect with your ancestors through the energy, through mind, body, and soul, definitely in meditation. So take a moment to sit with yourself, or if you feel comfortable in nature, wherever it is, open yourself up to hear the whispers of wisdom from your ancestors, the ones who walked this path before you, all right? So we also would want to say an affirmation with this, like that I am at peace, I am at one with my family, because you are. You are at peace. You are at one with your family. So that is really, really a beautiful message there for pile number 1. Also, you have universal light. So with this card here as well, it's about letting you know that the universal light is definitely there. And once you start these practices of breaking the generational tragedies, or usually people call them generational curses, but I don't really like to use that word. But we all have generational curses. We're all trying to work to fix them. But I feel like also for pile number 1, this is something new to you, something that you just came into, that you're all of a sudden aware of, and you're like, wow, there's generational tragedies, there's generational curses. Wow, and I have the power to break them. So for pile number 1, I'm hearing from Spirit as well. Some of you are new to this, and you're really, really glad right now that you stumbled upon this reading, because you're getting some sort of a, like a, what do you call it? Like a validation to what it is that you have been feeling and starting to understand. And now with this tuning in on the channel, you're like, wow, I'm kind of knowing how to work with this now. So with the universal light, the light is divine and an unconditional love. So light is purest. Sometimes you can feel disconnected and shut off from it, but it will always be within you. And in truth, you're an extension of it. You are made up of this energy, and you can never separate from it. So that's another message that Spirit wants to give to you about the universal light. And also it talks about introducing you to meditation into your daily routine, attend spiritual awakening events or workshop, or watch some videos on YouTube, things like that. So you're coming into an awakening and coming into your power of breaking bonds that no longer serve you in the family line. Of course, still loving your ancestors for who they were. And a lot of them taught you what to be and what not to be, of course. So that is a big message for pile number 1 today. It's about breaking generational bonds here, generational, maybe like not so good bonds, you know, things like that. So we have to feel it to heal it, okay? So you got a soul action card here. You have to feel it to heal it. So in order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. So Spirit is calling for you to, when you're in the meditation, when you're in the prayer mode, to honor that existence of these things in the past did happen. And we have to honor the emotions by letting them flow through and letting them heal us and fix us by doing that. We have to feel it all over again. Some of us never even looked at it, and we don't want to look at pain. We want to keep moving forward and stay in that positive vibe. But I always say that that whole like positive vibe energy, using it on a constant basis, high vibes only. Like, I mean, come on now, let's be realistic here. That's actually avoidance when you're in constant high vibes only. I'm not looking. That's avoidance. So we all want to avoid. Yes, I mean, I'm guilty of this myself, but there's times when we have to sit there and say, you know what, this high vibes only mentality 24/7 is really not working for me. This is making me avoid it, when you really need to exercise it, feel it, and then let it go. And then you'll legit be high vibes only. Okay. So you have to feed it to heal it. All right. So we first have to remember the emotions and whatever went on in the past, or the generational pain, and we have to honor it. And they're like waves, how they come in soft. Some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. So the soul action for today, Spirit is basically saying to you, pile number 1, is to allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back to the ocean. Feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. Pile number 1, this is all about alchemy. All about alchemy, breaking those generational tragedies, those generational curses, however it is you want to speak of it. But remember, we all have this. And you're coming into your power, and you're going to break them. All right. So that's what pile number 1 is about. Also, we have another soul action here. Spirit wants you to know that, of course, we sometimes second guess ourselves in what we're doing. We lose trust in the process, and we question if we're even on the right path at all. So this might have been coming up. This might have been wishy-washy in your mind and your heart, that something's been, hey, what's going on here? I think there's things that I have to break. I think I have the power to do this. I just don't know how. So today's your lucky day, pile number 1, because this is exactly what you need to hear on how to do it. Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. All right. So even if you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not real. So today, search for all the ways that you're aligned with your soul's purpose, and the signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. So this is Spirit saying, trust us. We got you. You are fulfilling your soul's contract, and it's probably about part of your contract is about breaking these generational tragedies, these generational curses. This is part of your soul contract, and it is huge. Do you know how important that job is, pile number 1? For you to come in and that part of your soul contract, that you're going to break the ancestral line of bad karma, you're like, forget about it. You're really, really high up there. That's a very serious, powerful position. God bless you that you chose that, because you are strong and you are vigilant, and that's what you came here to do. That is a big part of your soul contract. You have under my umbrella, which is about, there's somebody in your life. It could be male or female, love interest, friend, family, but they're very happy to help you weather this storm, whether it be a love interest, like I said, or a good friend or a family member, which it should be more of a family member that probably is going to want to help you weather this storm, because they're part of the ancestral line. They're part of it with you. You also got mermaid's love, which is somebody also in your life that wants to help you with this. That's together. That's really... That could be a love interest as well, like I said, that wants to help you with this, help you break these chains, get rid of these patterns that are no longer serving you and your family. You also have treasured memories, which is about holding on to the past. This is also about losing loved ones. I'm also hearing from spirit, I don't know. What I'm hearing right now is a lot of loved ones have passed. Some of you had a lot of tragedies with drug abuse in your family, alcoholism, things like that. Wow. Where people have lost their lives tragically, and maybe had some addictions. Also, of course, there was just a pandemic, and we might even still be in one. I'm not sure, but I'm also I'm seeing COVID-19 too. So a lot of you may have lost loved ones to COVID. You may have lost loved ones to addiction, things like that, and pretty tragic there. So my condolences to you. I'm sorry. But now Spirit is going to help lift you out of this. They're going to help you break these generational karmas, okay? So a lot of people, I'm feeling like those that are watching, some of you, a lot of people you were very close with who you lost. You were very close with. And I'm hearing shoulda, woulda, coulda, like maybe you felt like you should have told them something before they passed, or you're feeling guilt about something. Maybe there was something that you should have done. This is just a message that I'm giving out to you on a side note from Spirit. Those that are watching and you feel like, oh my God, they died, and maybe if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, they'd still be here today. Spirit just wants you to know that it was just their time. It was their time, no matter how much you feel it didn't have to be. That is a message from Spirit for pile number 1. It was their time, and your loved one is safe with them, and they're home, and they're very okay where they are, and they're very content, and they're filled with unconditional love. That is a message from Spirit. So we're going to pull some mindful messages cards now, and that's how we're going to end this reading that you could take with you. Messages from Spirit. Let's see, divine messages, Spirit. What else would you like to tell those that picked the beautiful amethyst for divine messages? Remember, pile number 1 viewers, you are a very, very powerful soul. You're the one you're like a soldier, You're like the soldier in spirit. You're the one that's going to break all this and start a whole new line. Amen. Power, power, power. Release. Today I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, anything out of alignment. I am ready for transformation. I welcome this shift. I'm creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. That is also about breaking what I said, breaking those generational karmic bonds and curses, and there it is, release. Wow, pile number 1. That's really, really awesome. All right, let's see what else. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I don't love any less or do not value, but I am open to changes of life. Pile number 1, you are moving fast like a chariot into this whole new generation that you are creating for yourself, that you are creating for your children or your future children. This is just such a power read. I am actually feeling so much power coming off this reading, and I love the power that I'm feeling. It is universal God power, and it is just really beautiful to be in right now. So thank you, pile number 1, for activating that feeling for me. I'm feeling it myself as well. So that would be it. If it resonated, I'd love to know, love to hear about it all. Drop me a comment. Thank you so much for listening. You have a very blessed day, evening. You take care. Bye. Hello, those that picked the beautiful moonstone. This is your reading, divine messages from Spirit. What do I need to hear right this moment? We have personal power, inner child, inspiration, moon dance. Can you hear me? Day and night. How can I surrender even more at this moment? Am I afraid to be seen? Okay, so right away, picking up off the energies here, I'm feeling for pile number 2, you seem lonely, you seem trapped. And Spirit, divine messages want to talk to you about your personal power. Feeling power again. Pile number 1 got a lot of power, and now this one is speaking about bringing up your power. I feel a little bit of a low vibration here, but then I'm feeling with the power card that it is really, really coming up high. So with this power card, which these are, I'm working with chakra cards, so this also represents the solar plexus chakra, okay? So what Spirit's basically saying to you today, pile number 2, is that it's time for you to be aware, okay, and to step into your power, all right? Over time, it's like Spirit saying that you might have over time handed over your power to other people and situations, which has created an imbalance within you. And we do that because sometimes we feel like others will know what's best for us and the situation at hand. And we don't realize that we gave our power to them maybe by making decisions for us and things like that. So Spirit's basically telling you, pile number 2, it is now time to connect with your own wisdom and your own power, love and personal power. Everything that you require is what Spirit's saying to you today. Everything you require is within you. And now's the time to look within and listen to that loving wisdom and your own divine guidance, okay? So Spirit's saying, we're going to pick you up. Let's go. It's time for you to connect with your soul. And this is why you're possibly feeling the way that you do, which when I look at the inner child here and inspiration, but when I look at that, I feel like you're reflecting back to your inner child and you're thinking about your past pains, hurts, and why you're in the position you're in. And then I see inspiration here, but when I look at it, I don't see inspiration. I see lack of inspiration. So that's why I was saying off of pile number 2 here, I'm feeling like maybe you seem very lonely, trapped, and needs to know about your personal power. Spirit's saying, we're going to take you out of this loneliness. We're going to take you out of this trapped feeling because you handed over your power to one or few people, which you thought had your best interests at heart. And Spirit is saying, no, trust no one but yourself and trust no one but us, the spirit world. So it's time to reconnect with your soul. And, at times, power can be misunderstood as a negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. However, that's not the case here at this point. The power we're talking about here is love, and it comes from a place deep within your heart. Okay, pile number 2, and your soul. You have been handling your power over to others. Now's the time for you to reel that back in and make your own decisions and choices and allow the power of your soul to shine through to create and manifest your heart desire, okay? So connecting with your personal power will definitely bring you abundance, opportunity, and magic to your life for sure, all right? The power of the universe is surging through you at all times. So basically, Spirit's saying they want you to harness this power and enhance your life and well-being. All right. So you are fully supported by them, pile number 2, and by your higher self. The universe is in this powerful and exciting transition for you to be in. All right. So kind of like an affirmation to say every day when you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep or throughout the day, constantly in your mind, keep saying, I am empowered. I am empowered. I am empowered. So we also have Moon Dance here and Can You Hear Me? That Can You Hear Me is a sure sign there that maybe you feel like like a loneliness, like a cry out for help. You're experiencing here lack of communication with people. You have really feelings of isolation. You could be surrounded by a lot of people. You're not alone, but you're feeling lonely. So there's a difference there. You're not alone, but you're feeling lonely, almost like screaming inside to get out. Spirit is saying that they're with you, they're guiding you, they're bringing you right into that personal power, pile number 2. This is a wonderful, awesome message to be receiving. All right. Also, you have the moon dance card here. So that's about balance and perspective. Basically, Spirit is saying, you know, hey, get out of your comfort zone and dance in your power. This is another power card with moon dance. So it's like power, power. This is amazing. Pile number 1 got the same thing, but on a different subject. But lots of power here in this reading. And I'm really loving the feeling. You got the day or night here card. So it's about uncertainty, fear, worry. This card is a reminder that to just let you know that you hold the answers that you seek, and to trust your inner judgment. Okay, you hold the answers and to trust your inner judgment. Okay, and they're going to pull you right out of this into your personal power. All right, you also got, what does this say on the back here? Am I afraid to be seen? So you also got that the world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. There it is. Pile number 2. Shine your unique light on the world, coming into your power. You were made from love and you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Kind of like they want to crack your shell and have you come right out. No need to hide anymore. You're going to do this. You're going to come into independence. They've got you, okay? And the big word today is power, all right? You also got, it is essential to have a clear, strong intentions for what you desire. And it's also equally important for you to detach from the outcome, all right? So that's huge right there. It's time to surrender and let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know that it's coming. Okay? So, with this, pile number 2, divine messages from Spirit is they are going to take you out of this little hermit shell that you're in. They're going to pull you out into personal power. Claim it. It's happening for you. I feel like jumping out of my seat because I feel like you're going to just come into this personal power, and it's going to be without ego, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. And there's no way you're going to go back to being and with yourself, how you've been. There's no way you're going to go back to that because there's a huge awakening happening here. And I always say, once you are awake, you can never go back to sleep. All right? And that's another power statement there. Once you are awake, we never go back to sleep. And that's a good thing. All right? So let's see what else. We have some mindful messages from Spirit we're going to pull here. Spirit, what would you like to leave pile number 2 with also for your divine message to them? We have nurture. It is okay to stay home and be alone. I deserve days to myself, days to relax and simply be. I honor how I feel and take this day to do the things that are nurturing to me. Yes. So take this day, nurture yourself in your personal power, meditate, speak to God, speak to the source, whatever it is that makes you comfortable, and come up and out and gain that personal power. Balance. I surround myself with people I love and I enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture myself. I have found a healthy balance and being with friends and having self-care time for myself. So Spirit is saying to you, yep, they want you to balance. They want you to nurture yourself. That's the second word, nature and nurture, They want you to nurture yourself. 2 different cards here, speaking of the same. Nurturing with yourself, being with them, getting back into your personal power. So I'd love to know if this resonated. Let me know. You could drop a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this video helped you, pile number 2. You have a great day or evening. You take care. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, those that picked the red jasper. This is your reading, divine messages from Spirit. We have balance, truth, flexibility, my dear friend, Abracadabra. Protective nest. Am I apologizing for my truth? What passion am I ready to pursue? And what are the dominant emotions that run my life? Okay, very interesting here, pile number 3, those that picked the red jasper. Let's see the divine messages from Spirit today. What I'm feeling already is there's an unbalance here. There's stress. There's not speaking the truth. A lot of anxiety going on here, trying to control a situation. And then realizing you can't control anything, but then going back and saying, no, I can control it. No, I can't control it. So there's a lot of push and pull here I'm feeling with pile number 3 in your own emotions and in your own stance in life. And I just kind of feel like the Tasmanian devil came through and like made this big whirlwind, like lots of mess. Oh my God, everything's all over the place. And I need this structure. I need this balance. I need flexibility. I need truth. So divine messages from Spirit today is saying to you, just take a deep breath, just stop for a second and take a look at everything. All right. They want you to balance. They're speaking to you today also about truth. So you have a truth card here and you have a truth card here. All right. So also with this flexibility card is big. This is about the sacral chakra. All right. So with this flexibility card, it's almost like, you know, like like your experiences are constantly inviting you into a state of flexibility, only you're having an issue with trying to be flexible. With this sacral chakra card, when you can surrender to this constantly, constant new experiences, when you could just surrender to it and let it flow. For pile number 3, I feel like there's a flow problem in your life. You're trying to be flexible, you're trying to flow, but your anxiety and your wanting to control matters feels like it's dominating the situations in your life. So what the flexibility card, this card is basically saying that divine messages, it will bring you an abundance of ease, and grace as you find yourself in the flow. So they're sending flow to you. Have you been feeling a little rigid in your thoughts or your ideas lately? And like I said before, it was like the Tasmanian devil comes through and just, smokes everything up and makes everything dusty and you can't see, So if your thoughts have been a little rigid lately or your ideas, you might even be a little stuck also in your own ways, because us as humans, we get really stuck in our way and we want to stay in that way. So what Spirit is saying, for you to be more flexible, try to see things from a different perspective, which they're going to help you with this flexibility. So they want to help you. And that's like a big word here that is coming through as well. Like to be like perspective and flexibility. You may be holding on to something in your life a little too tightly. So Spirit's basically saying now is the time to let go and allow some new energy to flow in. And I know this is easier said than done, but they're just saying to let a lot of things go and allow the new energy to flow in. They don't want you to feel like you have to control everything. And of course, this is what we do as humans. We always try to control something and then we go, oh my God, you know what? I really can't control this. It's time to release it. And then we release it and then kind of we're back at it a little bit. It's like really very on and off. It's either black or white. There's no gray area when we try to control something, right? It's like we're either really on it hard or we're just letting it go completely and then we go back to it. So it can be a very confusing thing. And it's easy to get caught up in the trivial ideas and thoughts, especially when you have a strong belief system in a place in your life. But what Spirit's basically saying is at this time, it will be very beneficial to you and very healing to look at some of these outdated ways and beliefs that could be wreaking havoc in your world. So Spirit is divine messages for pile number 3 today is they are going to help you release these outdated ways and beliefs that could be causing the havoc in your world. They want you to take some time to tune in and see what no longer serves you, and takes the steps to bring them about a little more flexibility. So they want you to sit with yourself. What is no longer serving you? And how can I bring the steps about for more flexibility? So it could also be, pile number 3, you may be a little too rigid about things, and they want you to be free floating, okay, and free flowing and flexible. So in your mind, because sometimes we make things a lot harder on ourselves, and it has to be, right? I know I'm guilty of that. So there are times where we can make it more hard on ourselves by our own perspectives and things like that. So they just want you to take a deep breath and let go. And what flows, what crashes. That type of deal, pile number 3. And to trust that the universe is with you. You also got the Abracadabra card, which is an awesome card to get. That card is just basically saying it's about magic, secrets, and destiny. So you can unlock the secrets of the universe, and you are the magician of your own life. So this little devil tornado that came in here that showed all this mess and all this chaos. What divine messages for today for you, pile number 3, is you basically are kind of doing this to yourself, and I say it with such love. I say it to you, and of course I'm guilty of this too. Nobody is ever getting away with stuff where we do it to ourselves. So Spirit just wants to remind you, pile number 3, hey, sit back for a second. Are you really doing this to yourself? Is there some flexibility that's needed here? And once you're flexible about things, you'll be balanced. Also, you have a dear friend in your life that really wants to help you with stuff, or either that, or what just came in too is you were very close with somebody for a very long time and you had separated, whether it be a friendship or a love interest, somebody that you really care about and you're really sorry about that this had ended in such a way, or something kind of just petered out. But Spirit wants you to know, my dear friend, with this card, this is just a side note from Spirit, that somebody's coming back into your life and you're going to be very happy about that. All right. So that's another up there, pile number 3. And your other up is that we're going to be flexible, right? We're going to be flexible, and we're going to show ourselves some balance. And you also got the protective nest. So this card is a very powerful card. This represents how children develop under a mother's care. So be a little bit of aware in your times of stress. Sometimes we could say or do things in front of small children that can affect them. So Spirit just wants to say, hey, just take it a little easy, balance out a little bit. Try not to say or do things in front of the small children that they can be a sponge with, and start saying too, that could also be, keep it light, like cursing. Like when you have yourself in a really heated moment and then you say things and you don't know that the kid's there, and then all of a sudden they start saying it to their doll and you're like, what the hell's going on here? Oh no, it's what I said the other day. So Spirit is just trying to say, be kind of mindful in front of the children when you're in this tough time, but they are bringing you out of it, and they're going to give you flexibility. They're going to give you balance. And we're going to talk about truth now, okay? So am I apologizing for my truth? Sometimes with truth, let's see. And we have, what are the dominant emotions that are running my life? So with the truth card, of course, Spirit wants you to speak your truth. Also, I feel for pile number 3, the reason why you might be upset and feeling anxiety and feeling like a push-pull with emotions, like you're going and then you're pulling back, you're going and then you're pulling back, and it's exhausting. I feel like you're all over the place, poor pile number 3. So what Spirit wants to say is the truth card. In this situation, are you being true to you? And are you speaking your truth? And what part of you is apologizing for your truth, and why? They want you to be proud of your truth. They want you to catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. All right? So they want you to start speaking your truth. They want you, to give others permission to speak their own truth as well, okay? So courage is contagious. It takes a lot of courage to speak truth. It really does. So Spirit is also saying when you speak your truth and you encourage others to speak your truth, this is where the flexibility is going to come in as well. And this is where the balance is going to come in, all right? Also, you got for your passions here will continually lead you to your purpose. So what passions have you put on the side and given up on? You buried something there, pile number 3. You buried your passions in this time now where you haven't been flexible, where this brush of chaos has been coming through your life, and you have given up your passions. So what passion is ready to come alive in you? So Spirit wants you to write a list of your passions and what you want to give your life right now, or journal it and try to incorporate more of what you're passionate about into your daily life. So trust that your soul's whispering and let passions draw you toward a new dream life, okay? And then how do you fill your day? Stress or joy? See, I knew that with pile number 3. There's a lot of stress and joy. A lot of push and a lot of pull. Trust or anger, anxiety or peace, okay? We only have one today, right now, and that's the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling that we seek. But when we begin fulfilling every day that which we value most, we will attract more of it. And this is fulfillment. So, pile number 3. Spirit is saying that you are free-flowing and you are flexible. Courage is contagious. Do not apologize for your truth. Write a list of passions to which you want to give life right now, and then journal how you can incorporate more of what you are passionate about into your daily life. And balance will come in. Speaking your truth will come in, and not apologizing for it will also bring you balance, will bring you flexibility. And what flows, flows. What crashes, crashes. It's just a reminder, pile number 3, to let it happen. All right, I'm going to pull some mindful messages cards. All of a sudden, I just got really calm in the energy. I felt like when I first started this reading, up until about a minute ago, I was all over the place because I was probably picking up on you, pile number 3, and that's totally fine. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you come out of the dark a little bit. And I feel like I was just and like all over the place, but I could have been picking up on your energy. I really hope to God I made sense here. I think I did. I'm going to find out. All right, let's see. But now I'm all of a sudden feeling calm. I'm feeling light. I'm feeling airy. So I'm hoping that's how you're feeling too, pile number 3. Let me know. Drop me a comment. I'm curious to hear about it. All right, let's see. We had 2 of these mindful messages fly right out of the deck. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down. Amen. There's a confirmation, pile number 3. To place my hands on my heart space and to take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want. Honor however I'm feeling. Amen. There it is. Pile number 3. Also, up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up and come out. Don't try to push my feelings away. I don't try to push my feelings away, I sit with them, and I feel them as I release them. Amen. Pile number 3. So, yeah, I'm feeling a lot more clarity now. I'm feeling a lot better. Remember, there's a dear friend coming in your life and back into your life, somebody that you hold deeply in your heart, but there was a falling out, and you think about this person all the time. They're going to come back in, and I'm really happy about that for you. Also, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm assuming that you are picking up on the energies already. Again, let me know, drop a comment. Your flexibility is coming in. You're going to start speaking your truth more. That whirlwind of Mr. Tasmanian Devil is all going to stop. Your perspective is going to change. You're going to start looking at things a lot differently, and you're going to start trusting more. Going to kind of get out of your own way and just let it all go and trust the universe. So that's your message for pile number 3. Again, if it seemed a little bit scrambled and all crazy, I do apologize, but I hope some things resonated with you. You have a very blessed day or evening. You take care. Bye.